misadventures.
They're tiny, infinitesimal, so small it makes you doubt. But if you meet a Fixie, please don't let their secret out. But if you meet a Fixie, please don't let their secret out. But if you meet a Fixie, please don't let their secret out.
The magnet.
Well, it looks like we need a pack-a-mat.
Where did this screw come from?
Ouch! Ah!
Papus isn't in there either.
It's awful. He's probably disappeared forever. It's already been 5 days.
Don't worry about it. We're gonna find him for sure. Yeah, we'll find him for sure. Let's go take another look in the kitchen.
But we already looked in there.
We'll look better this time. Let's go take a look in there. We looked so many times already.
Simka and Nolik, what do you keep searching for in here?
It's not a what, it's a who. Our Papus is missing. We've been looking for him everywhere.
Oh no!
He's probably already turned into a screw, because he doesn't have enough energy.
Maybe I could help.
Surely. Let's start with you picking us up. We're just exhausted from running.
In a dangerous situation, a Fixie can choose to turn into a screw. But sometimes it happens all by itself. For example, when a Fixie doesn't have enough energy. When this happens, the Fixie grows weak, gets sluggish, and then goes into hibernation, turning into a screw. This bad luck happens when a Fixie doesn't get charged up from being inside of a device. That's why Fixies always work inside of machines, so they can stay charged up with energy. Sometimes a Fixie that has grown weak and turned into a screw can get lucky. If a human happens to find him and screws him into an appliance, then the Fixie will be able to get energized and come back to life. Then he'll unscrew himself and run away, leaving the human wondering, where did that screw go? I know I screwed it in.
So, where should we look first?
What are you looking for in here, Tom Thomas?
Well,
And what do you have there in your hand?
just some screws of mine.
Ah, I just found a screw not too long ago. Maybe it's one of yours.
Probably. Where's it now?
Here, take it, and don't leave them lying around.
Should I turn myself around now so your Papus can turn back into himself?
He's been lying in there for a week already. He doesn't have the energy to turn back into himself.
Then what's next?
We have to screw him into some device, you know, so he will get his energy back.
Okay. But which one's Papus?
All of these screws in here look like Papus. We'll use a magnet.
How come? All of the screws will just get lifted up together.
First of all, not every kind of metal is attracted by a magnet. It's an easy thing to see for yourself. Just get a magnet. You probably have one in your house on the refrigerator. Try moving it close to different metal objects you have around the house, like a spoon or nails or coins. You'll notice that some of the metal objects are pulled very strongly by the magnet, while some of the metals are pulled a bit less. And then there will be some metal things that aren't attracted to the magnet at all.
Got it. And the second thing?
Well, the second thing, we Fixies aren't attracted to that magnet one bit when we turn into screws.
Let's give it a try. Here, I found him. And now we'll screw him in. I wonder, are there any other Fixies in here?
We're not enough for you or something?
Not at all, I just wondered. Nothing. Oh, and the screw went away.
How about that? He already got charged up and unscrewed himself.
Why don't you take a little rest after such a big adventure?
No thanks, I've had plenty of rest. Anyway, it's something I've wanted to do for a very long time already.
They take care of our machines, irons, phones, and toasters, MP3s and TV screens, even roller coasters.
Without them, clocks stop ticking.
Without them, lights go out. But if you meet a Fixie, please don't let their secret out. But if you meet a Fixie, please don't let their secret out. But if you meet a Fixie, please don't let their secret out.
The doorbell.
Nolik! Nolik! What are you doing here? Just whistling a tune. Are you gonna whistle that tune the whole time Tom Thomas is away? He just left with his parents for a week. And we've got guests coming, remember? What guests? I invited everybody. The class? Yes, class.
Are they sleeping in there what, huh?
First they invite us, and now they don't want to let us in? I'll share the present with you, then. Fire. Maybe you'll get it to work now. When they get here, they'll ring the bell. How come? Why don't they just do what they always do and climb through the keyhole? No way. It's not that simple, Nolik. Today, they're our guests. Ah. The guests ring the bell, and the hosts let them in the house.
It doesn't ring.
You think the doorbell's broken?
I say we go fix it.
Before we fix anything, we need to know what went wrong with it.
First we'll fix it, and then we'll know what it was.
Back in the olden days, people would hang a bell over their doors with a string, and guests would tug on it to make it ring. Today, doorbells are electric, and they make all sorts of different sounds. Some buzz, some ring, and some even chirp like birds. The sound comes from a box inside the house called a chime. To make the chime ring, you push a button that's located outside. The button works just like a light switch, but instead of turning on light, it turns on sound.
Verda, will you join me? Whoop!
I gotta think about this. Yeah. Simka! You think your guests are gonna come at all? Simka! Toola? Hey! The doorbell doesn't work. It must be broken. That's odd. We heard it ring this morning. Nolik, let's go. First, we'll examine the contacts. Yep, good and tight. Okay, let's check the speaker. The speaker's fine. Maybe the electronics are the problem.
And what if we disconnect these wires and switch them?
What'll that do?
We'll know soon enough. You know what? Why don't we connect the wires straight together?
Isn't that dangerous?
We'll find out. Don't worry, nothing happened yet.
Fire. He's the engine of our class. He's the fastest, the nimblest, and the bravest. Fire never sits still for a second, and he's always looking for adventure. New ideas just burn in his head. And that's why his name is Fire. But not all of his ideas are very good, so he's constantly getting bumps and bruises. He just can't help getting carried away. If he's burning with an idea, he can even forget about his classes at school. Grampus punishes him for that. But it doesn't seem to bother Fire, because some new plan will pop into his head the very next second. To be honest, Fire's my favorite out of all the boys in our class. It's sure never boring when he's around. Hey, you down there. I figured out why it's not working.
So what's the reason?
There's no electricity in the whole house. So that's why the bell isn't working.
And what? We can't visit like real guests do until the electricity comes back? And when will it work again?
Don't know. It could possibly take hours, guys. Oh!
Oh! It's working again!
Ah! Enough ringing! Hey, Fire, quit fooling around!
He's not fooling around!
It's not me, see?
Then who's ringing it?
I don't know! Well, I know. The doorbell's ringing because Fire connected the wires together.
True, but I'll fix that right now.
Ha! Your guests sure are noisy. Yeah, thank goodness the humans aren't home right now. Hello? Hello there, dear guests. Let yourself into our home through the keyhole.
So, should we go in?
Go where?
Go inside.
Nah, that's not how guests act.
So what do we do?
Real guests always ring the bell. Okay, hold me tight. Hup.
But if you meet a Fixie, please don't let their secret out. But if you meet a Fixie, please don't let